Good morning. I'm here at the Finger Lakes Country Estates, and I wanted to check in with everybody because I have great news. Although I guess nobody cares, but as we're going through the January 6th situation, and they did all this thing about the commission, and now the Democrats have a commission. Nobody's gonna believe what they say, and blah blah blah. My question is this: as people start to get sentenced for their actions that day, what about the election fraud? Why were they there? Why was that guy from New Jersey there to battle against me about our country? Because he had been influenced that the election was rigged. So on the night of election, of our American election, a sitting president comes out and says that the election is rigged. I immediately thought, who? How? Who said that? Where did it happen? I had a million questions. Something I've learned, my friends who think they're on the right don't ask. Anyway, my question is this. Where I grew up, if you caused a commotion and somebody actually got killed, even if you damaged property, you were in trouble. But nobody's talking about why these people were in Washington in the first place. Why did they march to the Capitol? Why did they feel they had to be violent? And that all goes back to the Donald. So my question is, why aren't we talking about election fraud, which is the root of the whole problem? And here's the good news. Mr. Pillow is on it. If you don't know, Mr. Pillow's been saying for months that he has information that someone gave to him that proves that China screwed up all the machines and changed votes. Now, we have several exit polls that verify the election, don't show anything like that. Of course, that would be a red flag that people like me would go, wait a minute, that doesn't add up. But I've not had one reasonable explanation from anybody on the right, never mind a fact. Oh my God, could you imagine if they brought a fact to the table? So my question is this. You people out there who have not denounced the Donald, now you've got your fellow Americans going to jail because of what he said. And he has not one iota of proof. And anybody who sits there and thinks that Donald Trump wasn't just trying to make history for himself, for his brand, right? Remember in the 80s? He created a brand out of his name. That was unheard of back then. You didn't have a brand that was your name. Now it's all the vogue. Hey, give him credit. But that's what he did. And you people out there who should know better, you're wondering why I'm not calling you up when you're denying what every American person knows, that this man not only did it, but that he did it along the way. And you want to look at all this evidence and go, no, he didn't mean it. Those people acted independently. A woman who I know who lives in Wisconsin, who, believe me, I'm sure, traveling to Washington took a lot out of her life at that moment. She went to Washington, D.C. from Wisconsin because she believes in election fraud. Now, let's face it. We're down to maybe 20% of the people who are going to, not denounce the Donald. Half of voting Republicans. Don't forget, Democrats and Republicans are not 50% of the public. There's a good chunk of people in the middle who call themselves moderates or independents or flip-flop how they vote. And that's, my father used to say, that's 10 to 15% of the people, and they're the ones who decide the elections. But anyway, so the half of the Republicans still believe that the Donald should be president. So it's not that many people. At max, 25% of us voting people. So let's not get carried away about it. But there's a lot of these people that I love. And they should know better. they're influencing the children in their lives.